Hey everyone, welcome to the Hunt Club podcast. Today we have a product briefing for our April release notes, our 9.1 release. Today we have Tiff on the call and then me. We're both on the product marketing team. You want to say hello, Tiff?
Yeah, hey everyone, good to see you again
Yeah.
and talk about our platform enhancements.
Yeah, we have some really great stuff lined up, so we'll just get us started right away. So, Tiff, we have some network detection enhancements. What are these?
Yeah, sure. Very exciting. So two very important network detections here that we've enhanced. The first one is a critical C2 detection, which is often the first thing that trigger in an attack. So once the attacker got in, the second thing that they do is to use RDP credential to move laterally, which is very relevant for ransomware attacks. So for the hidden tunnel detection, we now have enhanced it to cover more variation of the attack, including coverage where the command line tools, where the tunnel is being super sneaky and doesn't even use a beacon callback in order to do their communication patterns. And so we now enhance the detections of that so that you can detect these early, fast, and effective. And so that even when the attackers move on to spray RDP credentials in a shallow brute force attack, Vectra can also detect it better, faster, so that you can stop these activities. So with these enhancements and our entire AI detection suite, Suricata signatures that Vectra use to find attacks, our coverage continues to help you stop modern network attacks, which span across network identity and cloud.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I think this is built from our expertise on the security research side too. So we're constantly, learning more about the industry, about how our attackers behave, and like building off of our detections, such as the. Yep. All
100%.
right.
We are constantly enhancing existing detections too.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah. So you'll always see updates from us on that. Okay, enhancement number 2. So we have new Copilot for M365 detection, sensitive data discovery. Can you talk a bit about that?
Yeah, sure. So this is the new detections for us in the Copilot for M365 attack surface. Basically, what it does is that it detects when a compromised identity leverage Copilot for M365 to do sensitive data discovery in an environment. We know that Gen AI is a good productivity tool for employees now with 40% of companies deploying it that we've been seeing. But then we also see a risk that if it is landing on the wrong hands, if a legitimate insider threats or an attacker have access to Copilot for M365, it is a very dangerous thing that they can use it to speed up their discovery of sensitive data. And we have been seeing there are different ways that attacker can almost jailbreak the tool to ask for information, ask for password related information, other things that they can use. So it is very important to detect these behaviors and stop them before they can cause damage. What it means is that we can stop these before the attacker gain hold of these sensitive information, which they can leak them, or we can also stop them from using these sensitive information to acquire backdoor access to an environment. We can also stop attackers from tampering with files they access through M365 Copilot to exploit gaps in logging of file modifications. So this is very important because while we know that Copilot for M365 is secure by design, we need to cover scenarios where it is being used maliciously.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you mentioned, there's like 3 scenarios listed out here where it can be used maliciously, and then it's not easily like detected as in a way that it's like
Yeah.
it's very like it could be like a normal behavior, but we can detect it in a way that this is a way that modern attackers are leveraging it. So yeah,
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 100%.
awesome. And we have another AWS detection enhancement. What's going on with this?
Yeah, sure. So for AWS, we have enhanced two detections here. The first one is a crypto mining detection, which basically we now cover even broader range of crypto mining activity, especially attributing to both human and non-human principles. Now we know that human identities, some security teams monitor it, but non-human identities have always been a pain for security teams. Sometimes they don't even know that they exist. So being able to detect activities associated with these identities on crypto mining will be very impactful for security teams. The second detection here that we enhance is that for the AWS attack tool detection, we have enhanced the fidelity of it. So you will be seeing less false positive for known attack tools in AWS environment. So for you, we helped you reduce the exposure to AWS crypto mining activities, and we also help you reduce the time spent on triaging alerts.
Great, that's awesome. All right, AI triage for Entra ID M365 for the entire modern network. What's this enhancement?
Yeah, so AI triage is very important. It basically auto-investigate benign activities in your environment. We study what does it look like in each customer environment, and we help you basically filter all the benign activities so that you can only focus on the critical stuff in your environment. So what we've done is that we've made enhancement on Entra ID M365 network detections, and now AI triage is also available for AWS and Azure detections, which is a great news because it is basically available for the whole platform, helping you get better signal. So we've been seeing that for Azure and AWS detections, customers can reduce the investigation case by more than 30%. And then for Entra ID and M365 detections, some customers are already seeing 50% less benign detections, especially in these following detections here. And then for network, we have improved how threat profiles and scores are calculated, resulting in 27% less alert volumes in especially these listed detections as well. So for customers, you can really spend less time to do alert monitoring and triage. And in fact, in our latest report from IDC in the business value of Vectra AI, which is a report written by IDC based on 7 customer interview, customers have been seeing 51% less time that they use on alert monitoring and triage after they've used Vectra AI platform. So which means that they can use all these time saved on critical other security tasks that is important to each organization. So this is very impactful.
Yeah, I think this enhancement or even this feature like AI triage really speaks to Vectra's claim and having a very clear attack signal, cutting through the noise that a lot of security teams see every day. So I think just all the percentages you see is just validation essentially, right?
Yeah, 100%. And we're using agentic AI in here, but we're not trying it on you. We have been doing it for many years already, and that's why you see the solid customer benefit we've been hearing.
Absolutely. Amazing.
Cool. Then moving on, switching over to you, Zoe. Tell us more about this upgrade with Vectra Match Suricata.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is everything that we're going to talk about now is going to be focused on the platform and the back end. So what this is, it's we've upgraded Vectra Suricata configuration with the latest Suricata features. So this is it's just basic protocol for stuff on the back end. Specifically, we added support for JA4 and protocol parsing for OT protocols. And what this really does, no action for any customers out there, but it just continues to deliver the value of the Vectra AI platform on the back end in terms of our data and our ingestion and whatnot. Yeah.
Amazing. Cool. Then moving on to another platform enhancement in the back end. Tell us more about this new X47 system.
Yes, it's a new hardware system. We have a bunch, but this is a new one that can be deployed on brain sensor and in mixed mode. It's just another option for customers to use in deploying our system. So it features 4 by 1 gigabytes per second copper, all these specs, but it also includes all the features of the Vectra NDR product line, so you don't have to feel like you're missing out on anything. And then in terms of ratings, performance ratings, brain mode, it's 30 gigabytes per second, sensor mode, 20 gigabytes per second, and then mixed mode, 16 gigabytes per second. So what this really does here is just increase deployment adds a deployment option for customers, so it's flexible to whatever architecture that they have. Yeah.
Nice. You're catering to a different customer environment, which is
Exactly.
really, yeah.
We want to make sure
Perfect.
that we
So
fit the
yeah,
the structure of any customer out there, because we want to be able to provide value for them. Yeah.
yeah, 100%. So moving on, the next one here, tell us more about group type on altering group type on Quadrant UX.
Yeah, absolutely. So this speaks upon one of the features that I think we spoke about in the previous podcast on platform enhancements, or the one like before that too, which is called
Mhm.
dynamic groups. Initially, it was released on a Respond UX first, and now what we have is on the QUX. And this is an iteration of that feature where we can take static groups and then change it to dynamic groups on QUX. And what we mean by groups here is the groups that are built on the Vectra AI platform to group, I keep saying group, but group hosts, accounts, and domains, and then associate a low, medium, and high importance rating on it. So basically what we can do now is take those static groups and change it to dynamic groups on the QUX using regex expressions, like regular expressions. And this triage filter and the triage filter associated with the group will not be altered. So what this does for customers is improve operational and administrative capabilities on the Vectra AI platform, making it a lot easier so that you don't have to go back to these static groups and just add people or add hosts, add accounts, add domains. And basically what I'm saying is reducing the manual workflow of group management. So this is now available in the QUX. It was before, or it was already on the Respond UX. Yeah.
Perfect.
Mhm.
Moving on. Next, tell us more about this SSL key handling improvements. What did we do here?
This was once again on the back end. It's added support for the elliptic curve cryptography ECC certificates. So what this does is customers can upload their own key certification pair created with ECC commands, and then and we updated the commands supporting CSR as well. So in a sense, all very back-end stuff, all deployment stuff, and it's just to improve the customer experience for setting up the Vectra system. Yep.
Cool. Perfect. The last one here. So tell us more about the OAuth 2 support that is added to the Quadrant UX API.
Yeah, once again, it's also a backend thing. We upgraded the API for QX to version 2.5, and this includes the support for OAuth to flow on top of the existing private access token. And this token will be valid for 6 hours and then expire. For a new token, you just request using the API client credentials. And what this does essentially means for customers is once again improve customer experience for system setup, making sure that there's just a lot of options and a lot of updates in regards to setting up Vectra and making sure that you are successful in utilizing Vectra in your day-to-day. Yeah.
Perfect.
And that's it.
Yeah, with that, just feel free to check out the release notes here, and we will also link the IDC report that I briefly mentioned in the chat box as well. Yeah, with that, thank you so much for joining Zoe and I today. Make sure you also check out these 2 other episodes as well. And if you like our content, do give us a like, comment, let us know what you think, and make sure you subscribe to our channel as well. And hope to see you in the next one.
Yep. All right. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.